Hello and welcome to another episode of Bored at the Right Time. Today we're going to talk about two artists that you probably wouldn't think would have anything in common. And I'm going to explain how they do have something in common and why you should listen to both of them. When most people think of the band Green Day, they think of a hard rock band. But did you know that they have a tie to the Everly Brothers, who came decades before them? This is probably one of the most gorgeous sounding records I've ever heard. It's Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day and Norah Jones. They got together for 9 days in New York to record an album. And what it was covers of this classic Everly Brothers record. And this is an original first pressing from 1958 in glorious mono on the Cadence label. It's back when they used to call mono high fidelity, a high fidelity record. And this is called Songs Our Daddy Taught Us. And it's in pretty good condition, except there's a little foxing or some kind of discoloration on Phil's face. Don has a little bit, but not as much as Phil. And what it is exactly what it advertises, is it's songs that their father taught them, because his father was an old folkie. His name was Ike, and his mother was Margaret. So Ike and Margaret Everly, veteran folk country singers. And the parents of Ike and Margaret were folk singers in Kentucky and Tennessee before them, and their parents before them. So the Everly Brothers come from a storied history and a storied family. So this album has a lot of traditional songs on it, and they're kind of depressing. I guess back in the day, folk songs kind of talked about how life was, and they're kind of a little on the depressing side. So it opens with Roving Gambler. Both records open with Roving Gambler and close with Put My Little Shoes Away. So they both open and close with the same song, but the track listing is slightly different on the Everly Brothers and Billy Joe's and Norah's version. So I'm just going to go through some of the songs on here. Roving Gambler is a good song. Long Time Gone is probably my favorite song on here. It's kind of just one of the less depressing ones. The Lightning Express is a depressing song about being on a train. And you know who was really big fans of the Everly Brothers were Simon and Garfunkel. In fact, in 2003 and 2004, when they had a reunion tour, they invited Don and Phil, the Everly Brothers, to come on tour with them. And a lot of people thought, oh, okay, the Everly Brothers are going to open the show, right? No. Paul Simon brought them on in the middle of the show and kind of explained how the two of them, Simon and Garfunkel, kind of got together, and they were trying to emulate the Everly Brothers, and then they introduced the Everly Brothers. The Everly Brothers came out and sang 3 songs, 3 of their hits, and then Simon and Garfunkel came out on stage with them, and they all sang Bye Bye Love together, because each group had had a hit with that song. Bye Bye Love was, of course, recorded on the Bridge Over Troubled Water album, has all the hand claps from their 1969 tour. The reason I bring that up is because Simon and Garfunkel did a couple Everly Brothers songs in their tour in 1969, and one of them was that Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine. And, of course, that's on here and on here. It's breathtaking. If you're able to get the Old Friends box set, you can hear it. And then Who's Gonna Shoe Your Pretty Little Feet. And these songs, for the most part, are kind of short, except there's 2 of them that are over 4 minutes. The rest of them are anywhere between 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 30 seconds. They're kind of on the short side. So side 2 opens with Barbara Allen, and it's You guessed it, a song about a woman called Barbara Allen. And Oh So Many Years. And then the perennial I'm Here to Get My Baby Out of Jail. That's obviously a sad song. Rockin' Alone in My Old Rockin' Chair. And then a song about Kentucky called Kentucky. And then Put My Little Shoes Away. Most of these songs are old songs. And Tex Ritter, who's John Ritter's father, I guess sang a song called Long Time Gone. Put My Little Shoes Away was a 1910 hit. So a lot of these were old. And like it says, the most recent song dates from the 30s. And that was before the Everly Brothers were even born. They were born in the mid-30s. So, and that's Gene Autry's song, Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine. So that's the newest song from the 30s. So this whole record, all the songs on here are at least 90 plus years old currently. So like this, the liner notes say that they got together for 9 days in New York City, to record these songs, or as Billy Joe says, these pretty hymns in the name of tradition. In 1958, the Everly Brothers put out an album called Songs Our Daddy Taught Us. Ahead of its time in folklore tradition and Southern torch song, the brothers Everly were handed down to sing in perfect harmony. And now the songs are handed to us. Jonesy and me got together for 9 days in New York City to record and sing these pretty hymns in the name of tradition. For Everly, Billy Joe, and Norah. So that's where the title of the album came from, For Everly. So there's only 5. There's only 5 musicians on here. It was mastered at Sterling Sound. And as you can tell from the cover, if you listen to this album, it does not sound like a current album. It sounds like it belongs to the 1950s or 60s, like that warm sound that just has room to breathe. There's not a lot of compression. It's just, it feels like you can listen to it and breathe. It's not so stifling the way that some songs are mastered these days, like the loudness wars and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I highly recommend you purchase, download, however, stream this record. And if you can get a copy of this one, this is a great set of albums. You should do like an A, B, A, and then B to kind of listen to what they sound like, because it's amazing how they blend, Billy Joe and Norah Jones, how they blend together just like the Everly Brothers did. And so anyway, this is an original Cadence record. It's CLP 3016. And they advertise 3 different records on the back, which is the first one is The Chordettes Sing, and that is a 398 record. Okay. And then Andy Williams Hits, another 398 record. And then the Everly Brothers, which is the famous one of them on the scooter, the motorcycle, right there. This is a high fidelity recording. This recording is patterned in the RIAA curve and will be enhanced by playback equipment following these characteristics. And this was printed in the good old US of A. So now I will show you the actual records so you can take a look at them. Here's the original. This is a rather clean. It's got that wonderful old cadence, that sort of gray and maroon logo they have. Yeah, this is definitely a first pressing. There's no cross-offs or cross-outs or anything like that. And there's a slight, there's slight little surface, I want to say scratches, but they're not like gouges. They're more just like hairline, nothing that affect the playback. This record plays back beautifully, beautifully. And then we have, this is a first pressing of this record as well, because this was recently released, which I have a copy of, but haven't opened it yet. This was recently released by Rhino, and if you find that record, that's the one that you'll find. I don't think the black one is in print anymore. And this is not 180, but it's definitely maybe 140, 150. And the label is very nice, very neat. There are mastering marks. I don't remember the master's name. It starts with a C or CB or something. So let's see. So mastered by Greg Kalibi. Is that a G? This is from 2013. And it's a nice, smooth record. No sharp edges. And it did come with, instead of an inner sleeve, it came with this sort of plasticky bag type of thing, which I've kept it in there because it doesn't really scratch it. Yeah, so I highly recommend these albums if you can find them. And I would almost start with the Everly Brothers just so you can kind of get a feel of how that goes. And then you can graduate to Green Day, or should I say Billy Joe and Norah Jones. Okay, that wraps up this episode, and thanks again for watching. Any comments or questions, feel free to put those in the comment field, and thanks again for watching. Till next time.